This is amazing. Canterbury Press have rushed this out just in time for Greenbelt. It was supposed to be published tomorrow, but we've snuck in, and got it in next. So this was a great chance for me just to take out of the vast treasury of English poetry, which I love and revel in and enjoy, just to kind of take out and lay before you the poems that I would find like little guiding stars or leading lights to me getting through the cold and dark of December and January. Poems that light the way, if you like, on a kind of Advent path. And I've ranged all over the place. I've started off with Christina Rossetti. She gets some good ones in there. I've gone back to classic poems by Spenser and Tennyson. But I've also come with really new ones. And I'm going to read some of these as well as my own. There's a wonderful American contemporary poet called Lucy Shaw. And I started off this anthology. I got some great, full-on mega theological poems about John Donne, and it was great. But one of the things that I found myself doing as I selected for this was really listening to the women poets and the women writers and thinking they could teach me as a man a whole lot more about what the preparation for a birth was about, and about the birth, and about the baby, than I would ever learn from the august assembly of male theologians, bearded like myself. And this one is called Kenosis. It's up empty. It's by Lucy Shaw. And this dim sepulchral light, I may have to get glasses to read it. So, I think I can read that. In sleep, his infant mouth works in and out. He is so new. His silk skin has not yet been roughed by plane and wooden beam, nor so far has he had to deal with human doubt. He is in a dream of nipple found, of blue-white milk, of curving skin, and pulsing in his ear the inner throb of a warm heart's repeated sound. His only memories float from fluid space, so new. He has not pounded nails, hung a door, broken bread, felt rebuff, bent to the lash, wept for the sad heart of the human race. To me, that's just an amazing poem. Isn't it good? The tenderness of the thing. And she does a really beautiful reversal there. Because normally, we look at a baby, a tiny baby, and we go sort of all diddums, and we're kind of like sympathizing with the baby. And she looks forward and thinks about how the baby will weep for us. How he will feel that tenderness for us and for our sufferings. Weep for the sad heart that we're feeling for him. Because those portraits, often classical portraits of the infant Jesus, he looks like a little king already, he's like sitting on his mother's lap going, And there's something really, really beautiful, I think, about the way Lucy did that. I've also got poems by some neglected 20th century British female poets, Anne Riddler, for example, who I think is absolutely brilliant, and Ruth Pitter. So hopefully you'll find some treasures in there. I did sneak one or two of my own poems in, sort of in the company, including my sonnets on the Advent antiphons. I read one of them earlier on at Leeds, the first one. I'd like to read a couple of the others for you now. If you don't know the great O Advent antiphons, you do, because they're 7 wonderful prayers from the late 6th, early 7th, 5 of which made it into O come, Emmanuel. So, O come thou key of David, come and open wide our heavenly home, make safe the path that leads on high and close the path to misery. Come thou rod of Jesse, O Adonai, come. So there were 7 of them, and I wrote a sequence of sonnets for them, which was originally in the Sounding the Seasons book, but which I've reproduced in here, but with a commentary and with a kind of reflection on it. And I found that there was something very helpful and renewing in these old prayers, which are all saying, they're actually all saying, "Oh Christ, come, come, come in heaven." But not one of them, until we get to the final seventh one, which is, "Oh come, Emmanuel." All the previous six don't call him by his name, because he hasn't been born yet. We're longing for him, we're yearning for him. And instead they call him by the things he is and can be and should mean to us. So it's, "Oh key, come. Oh light, come. Oh root, come. Oh wisdom, come." And I found it very helpful to meditate on that. So here's my meditation on O clavis, on Christ as a key. Have you ever seen a key being cut? When I was a little boy, I was taken by my mother, the first time I ever was in a locksmith's, where you got the key. It was one of these big old-fashioned keys. It wasn't like a little Yale. And the key was put on the machine, and then the blank was put on, and they're viced together. And then he got this great big kind of whizzing wheel, and started cutting the key to fit the shape. And there was this amazing, like, screaming sound. It was very exciting for a little boy. And a kind of unpredictable fantail of great sparks flying out. And when I came to write this poem about Christ as a key, that memory came back to me about what it might mean for him to have been cut to fit what needs to be opened and set free in us. So this is O clavis. Okay. O key. Even in the darkness, where I sit and huddle in the midst of misery, I can remember freedom, but forget that every lock must answer to a key, particular, exact and intimate, the clutch and catch that meshes with its ward. I cry out for the key I threw away, that turned and overturned with certain touch, and with the lovely lifting of a latch opened my darkness to the light of day. Oh, come again, come quickly, set me free, cut to the quick to fit the master key. So the final one in this sequence, thank you. I was thinking when I wrote this, because this is written to be read on Christmas Eve, Jesus is going to be born tomorrow. And I just thought, I don't think we've contemplated enough what it means to think of our Saviour in the womb. Life himself, the Lord of all life, this tiny helpless thing, not yet seen in the world. And that kind of came into the poem a bit. So, O Emmanuel, O come, and be our God with us. O long-sought witness for a world without. O secret seed. O hidden spring of light, come to us, wisdom. Come, unspoken name. Come, root and key and king and holy flame. O quickened little wick, so tightly curved, be folded with us into time and space. Unfold for us the mystery of grace, and make a womb of all this wounded world. O heart of heaven, beating in the earth, O tiny hope within our hopelessness, come to be born, to bring us to our birth, to touch a dying world with new-made hands, and make these rags of time our swaddling bands.